see, in spite of what the king and the parliament might have believed and had been telling them, they were perfectly capable of making their own decisions and providing for themselves. They were smart enough. They had the resources. They knew exactly what they needed. And they actually had the perspective that maybe they knew better than the king. The king had never been to America, right? Never tried to till the soil, didn't really know how to farm the land here or mine the resources or care for the people. So they had started to have independence in their mind and in their spirit. Now, one of the shocking things to find out is that only 30% of the people in the population of the colonies actually supported the revolution. So when you are out there trying to fight to help people vote, get people inspired, get people to learn about the topics and the situations going on in our world, don't be discouraged. Our founding fathers had the same struggles. So they had fought this tyranny. The king had passed a Stamp Act. Has anybody ever heard of the Stamp Act? Mm-hmm. What the Stamp Act said was nothing could be published in the colonies unless it contained the stamped approval of the king. Mm. Now, when I mean nothing, I mean nothing. No, it wasn't just legal documents. It was letters. It was anything on printed paper. It was playing cards and dice. Everything. Now, our founding fathers had this freedom of speech guaranteed to them for generations, and they were not going to have this. So this was one of the motivations. The war that we fought in the Revolution was for these sort of rights. And so this is why we have this right here. Now, our founding fathers fought for a right because they knew they had those rights. So what we're going to do is we're going to learn about these individual rights. The freedom to establish a religion, or from the establishment of a state religion, and prohibiting the free exercise of religion. The freedom of speech, the freedom of press, the right to peaceably assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Now, generally, when I teach this to kids, I have to teach them what petition the government for a redress of grievances. But you guys know what that is, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, we're gonna play a little game. And in this game, I am now the governmental appointee for this room. I represent the government, and as a representative of the government, it is my job to make sure that you're provided for, and that you're kept safe, and that your needs are met, and that you have a vote on what happens before you. Okay? So, I just received word from headquarters that there's been a terrorist attack. Okay? But before we deal with that terrorist attack, what we're going to do is we're going to take a vote. Just out of curiosity, we're going to take sort of like a Gallup poll. Okay? So everybody gets a yellow ballot. Now this is just a poll, just a Gallup poll to figure out where the country stands, where the room stands on certain things. What we're going to do is we're going to look at these 5 issues. Okay? We have these 5 issues. I want you to think about which one you think is most important. And when you figured out which one is most important to you, I want you to come up and cast your ballot on the board.
Let me ask you a question. Are you sure they wanted to allow a Turk to be president?
I'm sure that's what he said.
I think they when they thought of religion, they were thinking of Western religions,
Well,
Judeo-Christian.
the man who was the strongest proponent for the First Amendment was the one who said, I would be happy for the day there would be a Turk, a Jew, or a Christian as president.
Because religious liberty is a Christian principle.
Right.
It
Because,
means that people are converted by the power
right,
of the Word of God and not by the power of the state.
right. Our salvation is not in the government, it's in the gospel. And our founding fathers knew that. And they also knew that persecution of a religion is what strengthens a religion. And so they did not want to stifle the gospel by persecuting other religions. So, cast your vote.
I'm there too. Put yours. Okay.
I think, like you said, you need them all. I think you get freedom of speech if you got this one, huh?
Gotta have a lot of bold.
Well, thank you for participating in our fun little Gallup poll regarding these issues. Okay? We have determined in our Gallup poll that let's see, 80% of the population feels that freedom from the establishment of a state, our government religion, and prohibiting the free exercise thereof is the most important of the issues. And that only 20% of you feel that freedom of speech is the most important aspect. Now that we have the fun stuff out of the way, I really need to talk to you about this terrorist act that has just been perpetrated in our parking lot. The bad news is that these terrorists, they want to destroy not only our way of life, but our families as well. And you understand that as the representative of you, and as the representative of your government, it's my job to keep you safe. So the first thing that I need to tell you about these terrorists is that they are communicating through leaflets. They are organizing by publishing leaflets and passing them out on the streets. Now, mind you, what we have to do to keep you safe and to make sure that these people cannot communicate is we're going to eliminate their ability to communicate in this manner. We're going to temporarily seize control of people who pass out leaflets on the street. So what that means is for this temporary time being, until we can get the terrorists under control, this issue is going to have to be handled by the government. Which means if you need to pass out pamphlets, I'm not going to stop you from doing it. Okay, you're going to be able to do it, but you have to come through me first. Okay, I'm not going to do anything about it. I just need to make sure that you're not organizing a terrorist act. All right, does everybody understand that I'm just doing that to keep you safe, right? Just doing that to keep you safe. Oh, hold on a second. I hear my phone. Yes, sir? Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you. What I was just told is we can be very, very happy about something. This control worked. We stopped them from passing out their leaflets and organizing. But we have a new issue because they've sort of adapted and overcome to this.